Imagine you've been watching a man for 40 years. On television, in headlines, in courtrooms. And you think you understand him. But what if everything you believed was exactly what he wanted you to believe? What if the story was never about politics? What if it was always about control? Most people have a version of Trump in their heads. The supporters see a fighter, a man who walked into a corrupt system and refused to play by the rules. The critics see something else, a narcissist, a chaos agent, a man who stumbled into power by accident. Both sides are convinced they're right. Both sides have evidence. Both sides have been missing the same thing. Trump didn't stumble into anything. He was running an experiment on all of us.
Let's go back, not to 2016, further, 1987. Trump publishes The Art of the Deal. On the surface, a business book, a memoir of success. But read it differently. It's a manual on perception, on leverage, on making people believe something before it's true. He calls it truthful hyperbole, an innocent form of exaggeration, and a very effective form of promotion. Innocent. That word is doing a lot of work. Because what he's describing isn't marketing. It's a psychological strategy. Create a reality. Make people feel it before it exists. Then let the feeling become the fact. He wrote that 30 years before he ran for president. And then, he used it on the entire world. June 16th, 2015. Trump descends an escalator in Trump Tower. The cameras are there, the music is playing, and most people watching thought, this is a joke. A PR stunt. A reality TV star pretending to run for president. Even his opponents thought that. That was the first mistake. Because Trump had studied something most politicians hadn't. He'd studied attention. Not votes, not policy. Attention. The human brain cannot distinguish between familiarity and trust. Say something enough times, and people start to feel it's true. Show your face enough times, and people start to feel they know you. And once people feel they know you, logic stops working. He didn't campaign like a politician. He campaigned like a brand. And the media, his greatest critics, gave him billions of dollars in free coverage. Because outrage drives clicks. And he knew that. He wasn't losing control in those press conferences. He was engineering them. Every insult, every contradiction, every moment that made journalists say, did he really just say that? Was a calculated flood. Not of information, of noise. Because when there's too much noise, no single story can stick. And a man with no single story is very difficult to destroy. This is where we need to slow down. Because what looks like chaos has a shape. Psychologists call it controlled unpredictability, a dominant strategy used in negotiation, used in interrogation. When you can't predict someone's next move, you become anxious, and anxious people make concessions. Watch the pattern. He attacks an ally publicly. Everyone panics. Then, he pulls back. He makes an extreme statement. The world reacts. The statement becomes the story, not the policy beneath it. He creates a crisis, offers himself as the solution, then redefines what a solution looks like. This isn't new. It has a name. The Darvo Loop. Deny, attack, reverse victim and offender. But Trump scaled it. He didn't use it in a room. He used it on a country. And here's the part that should make you pause. It worked. Not because people were stupid, but because the strategy was designed to bypass rational thinking entirely. It targets identity. Once you've attached your identity to a belief, evidence stops mattering. That's not an insult to his supporters. That's neuroscience. The same mechanism works on his critics. Trump triggers a threat response. The brain enters defensive mode. Critical thinking shuts down. And suddenly, both sides are reacting emotionally to a man who is operating strategically. That asymmetry, that gap between emotional reaction and strategic action, that is where his power lives. So let's ask the real question. What were we wrong about? We were wrong about the incompetence. The chaos wasn't a bug, it was the product. We were wrong about the ego. The narcissism isn't a weakness. In a media environment that runs on spectacle, it's a weapon. And we were wrong about the goal. Most politicians want to win an election. Trump wants something harder to define. He wants to be undeniable. Even people who despise him spend hours thinking about him, writing about him, arguing about him. He has colonized the attention of an entire civilization for decades, across presidencies, across trials, across defeats. And he's still here. The question was never, is Trump good or bad? The real question is, how did one man find the exact frequency that makes an entire society unable to look away? And what does it say about us that it worked? Remember the beginning. You've been watching this man for 40 years. In headlines, in courtrooms, on your screen, right now. And the experiment is still running. The only question left is simple. Are you watching him? Or is he watching you?